Good evening, Etec fuel injector owners. We're doing a short dissection video of the Etec fuel injector that failed after I sent it in for cleaning. They told me it was bad. It failed upon test firing. So, had a guy on Do Talk forums begging me to cut one of these open since we knew it was bad and wasn't usable. We were going to try and figure out what it was exactly that failed internally, and they are not repairable. They're welded together as one piece, so I had to cut it apart with a angle grinder cutoff wheel. So let's start here on the left. You've got basically a voice coil with a very strong magnet inside that pocket. That voice coil is driving this copper wound bobbin, and when it fires, electricity turns it on and off and it slides back and forth. When it's doing that, it's pressing on a plunger that I'll talk about here in a minute. We're going to assemble this first. The magnet is very strong. So there are power wires that go into this thing and actually attach to these prongs. So you got two power wires that come off of here that I've removed. They come in through the outside. So once you have this voice coil together, there's a little triangular piece that sits and it pushes on the plunger. It looks like a rivet, but that is actually what pushes your fuel pressure up to the higher fuel pressures that the Etec injectors run at in the hundreds of pounds. And then there's a return spring on it. So this sits in the bottom of the housing and the cylinder, and then it goes together as one piece like that. I don't know if we can get it to rattle here. So that's what it sounded like when I got it back, and he says when they rattle, they're junk. So that's why we cut into it to see what's rattling. So what I discovered when I got it home and I cut into it, this plunger was stuck halfway down. The spring was not pushing it back. So I got to looking at things and I'm like, hey, I had to pull that out of the pliers, and that thing is supposed to freely move back and forth. So you put that together, it really rattles when it's stuck down. So there's really nothing wrong with the electric pieces and the magnet that drive that plunger. It moves freely in and out like it should. So the main problem here is when your fuel injectors sit over time and they don't get used much, apparently this thing can gum up, get stuck in the housing. The spring won't return it, and there you sit. It doesn't work anymore. I cut open this back side of the pintle where the fuel injector nozzle opens and closes just to kind of see what was going on there too. You can't see it very well, but there's a little plate down inside there. It's all press fit together. So that plate opens to let fuel into the cylinder, but it won't let fuel back up into the fuel injector or exhaust compression gases. And then we're missing the pintle piece that sits in the end that opens and closes, because they didn't return it when they sent it back to me after it broke. So there you have it. It's pretty much this little piece right here that's stuck in the housing, which again we've been discussing on Do Talk, that running a little bit of oil or some sort of an upper cylinder lubricant to lubricate that fuel injector with that little plunger that's going back and forth thousands of times a minute is a good idea. I think it'll keep it clean and make it last a lot longer than if you're just running normal fuel. Hope that helps everybody. Have a good night.